I mean, we was on the sideline. Peyton looked at me. He was like, Trey, make sure you get your three-step read. I was looking at the quarterback, and the quarterback, he was holding the mesh point, and I know when I get them reads that he wasn't throwing the deep ball. So I just trusted myself, and I was just like, if it's any time to make a play, here it go right here. And I jumped it, seen the ball. I mean, the rest, I mean, it happened. I mean, I'm a little disappointed in myself because I'm supposed to score. It's uncharacteristic of me to get tackled, especially by a quarterback out of all people. So that one a little iffy, but it was a surreal feeling. You grow up dreaming about making plays like that. You always talk about you want to be in the level of playing P5 football, and like I just want to thank all my teammates. They did all their jobs up front. The safeties did their job in over the top, so I can just go jump it. So I appreciate all my teammates for sure.
Trey, is Darius's tweet about the conversation you guys had legitimate?
Oh no, it is. I can show y'all right now. I went out on the field to warm up. I was running my laps. Darius texted me. He said, "Can we get a pick tonight?" And I just texted him back, "Yes, sir." And I texted my dad too. I told him I was like, be in front of the TV tonight. And Anna the GOAT. Anna got it on video. I hope it make the cut. I told her, I say tonight, hey, I feel it. I just knew it was gonna happen. So yeah, manifestation is real, and we prepared great all week, and I just know how to trust myself tonight when we got out there. T. Wall got us fired up. The pregame speech, he was just about trusting yourself, and so I mean the rest is history.
Tanner, you had one of the crazier interceptions that we've seen in a while. The receiver basically bobbled the ball into your hands. Well, how did you react when that kind of unfolded the way it did?
Yeah, no, I mean, when I was running over the top after the quarterback pumped, saw Evan jump about a step early, and I'm like, oh, like he might catch this ball. And then when he tipped it up, I was getting ready to hit him, and like just the ball kind of spit up perfectly and was able to grab it. But we train that kind of stuff all the time, just the good habits of always running to the ball, like. And when you're in the right spot at the right time, you end up making plays. So that was a cool moment.
Was it kind of the strangest interception you've had?
Yeah, probably in my career. Yeah, it's got to be up there.
How much does this defense change if Jack Kelly and Glasgow are out moving forward? Just what was maybe the adjustments in game without those guys?
Obviously those are two huge playmakers for us, right, in the heart of our defense. Scheme-wise, I don't envision much changing. I actually thought Ace Kafusi and Max Alford and a couple other guys stepped up and came in and played well tonight and responded when their name was called. So depending on what those injuries look like, those are guys who are going to be in the middle of our defense making a lot of plays. But next man up, we trust them, and those guys work hard and prepare as well, and they're great football players.
Trey, how would you evaluate the defensive performance overall?
I mean, first things first, we got to win. I think that's something always to be positive about. I feel like personally, the whole defense know sudden change. We got to be better. Our offense did a great job the first 4 weeks without turning the ball over. So tonight we can't harp on it and get mad at them for turning the ball over. It's football. So I feel like when sudden change, we got to respond better in those situations, and we got to finish games. Honestly, like if we finish ball games, the score wouldn't look like how it did tonight. It's a good win. It's always fun to get wins, but we know we can be better. We've seen the defense at our standard. We've seen us at our best. So, we can take it with a grain of salt. We won the game, so we're not going to just sit in here all sad. But we definitely know, like, Sunday, really, because we got a longer week. Sunday, it's time to get our mind back to it, get ready for Arizona. So,
how much more of a challenge is it for either of you guys as a defense to defend a short field after those turnovers, to come out and start a defensive series with a short field?
I think it's all a mindset thing. Like Trey was saying, we got to do a better job responding to that adversity. We haven't been in that position yet this season. We haven't in years past. Some of us older guys, but we got to do a better job. Like our mindset, our mentality is the same, right? We got to find a way to hold them, force them to kick a field goal, or get them into a situation where they're going for it on fourth down. We know in the red zone, the playbook shrinks for them. Like there's certain things that they don't run as much and things that they like to go to. So tonight we needed to do a better job anticipating and just kind of manning up and responding to that adversity.
Any other questions for these two?
Tanner, real quick, Kalani said he called the 2 timeouts late because he wanted to challenge you guys on that goal line stand you guys had. What was the message in the huddle during those timeouts?
I mean, really, it's just him expressing belief in us and challenging us to go out and be who we are, right? Play in a way that matches our identity as a defense. We have goals and a standard that we hold ourselves to as far as touchdowns in the red zone. When we let a team in the red zone, there's a certain percentage that we want to keep them under. touchdowns. And so, just reminding us of that and just getting the energy going, right? Because towards the end of a drive, guys might be hanging their heads if they drive the ball or whatever it might be. But he's always one to inspire us to just go out and play our best. Do you add anything to that, Trey?
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, the question about the short field or whatnot, like, as a defense, like, it's supposed to be hard. Like, if they put the ball on the 1-inch line, we got to defend it. I mean, that's our job. That's what we signed up for. We know it's not going to be easy, but Coach Hill believes in us, and we believe in each other, and we believe in the scheme. So if we just do our 111, everybody's bought in and does their one job, no matter where they put the ball at, no matter who we playing against. If we do our 111, we can dominate anybody. So that's kind of the frustration that you're sensing from, the players and, Coach Kalani, obviously. We just know how good we are when we at our best, so we just got to be better, and we will be better. I'm confident in this team. I'm confident in our leaders. I hope Jack and Glasser get back. But, like he said, next man up. And I know Coach Enna going to have those guys ready to go. So, on to Arizona now.
All right,
111 yards career high for him receiving. Chase had 161 career high for him. Bear had 351 passing yards career high for him. What was working right with the passing game for you guys tonight?
Yeah, I think it's just, letting us do our thing. A-Rod opened the offense up to Bear and let Bear make the plays, and we've always known we can throw the ball around, and it was good to get it out on film, letting teams know that they can't stack the box against us, and that we have weapons on the outside too.
Was that a concerted effort this week in practice to open things up from A-Rod in this offense?
Yeah, it's always been the same playbook, same plays, and I think it's just I think he felt confident this week, and it was awesome to see Bear. He threw an interception, and the way he handled it was awesome too. He said my bad, brushed it to the side, and just kept slinging it.
Were you kind of surprised on your touchdown grab early that how open things were for you?
Yeah, we run it in practice, and our defense sees it all the time, so it's never been that open. And when I caught it and turned, and Waylon kicked the guy out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's no one there. And Bruce and whoever else was downfield, it was all I had to do was run, so it was awesome.
You had your first rushing touchdown since 4 different ways you've scored in your career. Does that do anything to add to your?
Yeah, I've always wanted to get one. I was sad when the Stanford one got called back, but it was good to get one now.
For you personally, this game mean a lot. You got a rough start to the season, and you seem super locked in.
Yeah, no, it means a lot to me. As some of you probably know, I wasn't able to practice all fall camp and started practicing first game week. So it was hard for me to get my confidence in those first 2 games, and I felt like I've built off of ECU and Colorado, and I finally felt like I was back to my normal self again this week.
Parker, it seemed like the celebration was a little more muted than it was last week at Colorado. Was this a little bit less satisfying of a win, or just why would you sum it up?
No, every win is a tough win in the Big 12. Every team is good, so I think it's just because we know that we could have played better. We made some mistakes, had some costly penalties in the red zone when we could have scored, and I think we're just upset about those stupid mistakes that we had, and we're going to clean them up and do better against Arizona.
What was Bear's demeanor after his first turnovers? What was he like on the sidelines after those moments?
Yeah, no, he's just saying my bad, like let's forget about it and keep going. He pushed it to the side, and he just kept playing like his normal self. So it was awesome to see, especially as a freshman.
Do you feel like it's almost in a way like relaxed because he has the 4 games without
Yeah.
a turnover? Just like now we don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, no, I think it's good to have some adversity to overcome it, and he's a baller, and the way he runs, the way he throws, how smart he is, it's been awesome to watch him.
What's it like having a guy like Chase to go out there and get some of those explosive plays?
Yeah, that's my roommate. That's my best friend on the team. So it was awesome to be able to go over 100 yards with him, and it's just we grind film together. We were always talking about, hey, it's gonna be sick when we get 100 yards together in one game, and it finally happened. And now we're just gonna keep building off that.
As a roommate, do you give him a little grief for not outrunning that
Yeah.
long walk?
Yeah, I did. He came off the field. He's like, I wish I had your speed. I was like, I know, you got to unhook the trailer. But it was, he probably got tired, but it was sweet. He should have instead of stiff arm just kept running and probably would have scored. But
Anything else? All right, thanks, Parker.
Thank
Chase Parker was just talking about being roommates, that he was giving you grief for you got to unhitch that
I know,
chain.
yeah, I knew he would say something, so it's expected.
You said a career high on just 3 receptions. Obviously, added to that later. But what does it feel like to have a career high game and performance like that?
It feels great, especially to get those deep balls with Bear. I think we've been waiting for a couple games to get those, and we manifested it, and then the first play, we knew it was going to happen, and we connected, and then just kept rolling the rest of the game. So I think it's only going to get better from here, and we're going to start really throwing the ball, and it's been fun. Bears looking awesome, and offensive line did great, and then we really came together. So just got to limit those dumb mistakes that we made, and we're a great offense.
Are you surprised when teams like Colorado and West Virginia just have single COVID?
I just go out there and go play, and I think when they do that, I want to make plays, right, and then hopefully keep connecting with Bear, and then help other people get open and help the run game open up, and so I'm just going to do my thing and go make plays, and hopefully we can win a game, and that's what it's all about. So.
As a team, this is the most passing yards that you've had in a victory since joining the Big 12.
Yeah.
Does that make a statement to the rest of the league? Because, prior to this game, you guys have been really running the ball with a lot of success, but a little more quiet on the passing side.
Yeah, we're just figuring things out with a new quarterback, with a lot of new players, and that's what happens. You start throwing the ball a little more every game, and in this game it kind of blew up, and I think now we're a big threat in the pass game, and teams got to prepare for that. And that's only going to open the box up for LJ and for our running backs, and I think we're just a dangerous offense that's hard to prepare for. And as we again limit those mistakes, those stupid fumbles, and it happens, right? But as we do that, then we're just a great offense, and our defense, our defense does their thing. So we're a dangerous team.
Did you guys see anything in film this week to maybe produce those downfield opportunities?
Yeah, I think honestly the matchups, we felt like we had better matchups and we could go make plays and to throw it up. And then they actually didn't do a lot of what we thought they were going to do. So really it just came down to the matchups, and Bear trusted us, and we threw it up and made some great plays, and offensive line did their job. So it was great.
Chase, I asked Parker about the celebration was a little more muted this week than last. Why do you think that was? And do you think maybe you left some style points out there?
No, I think we need to celebrate better. Yeah, I think we won a great game. We made stupid mistakes, and we can learn from them, and that's great. I think hitting adversity is great for our team, especially early in the season, and we're only gonna hit more adversity later. We play these teams coming up. We go to Arizona, Utah, Texas Tech. There's going to be a lot of adversity. So these are great moments for us, and we need to be more grateful for a win and, being at home in the crowd. And we're going to get together on Monday. We're going to enjoy conference weekend and then get together on Monday, and then that's what we're going to talk about is being more grateful and, stepping it up in our, in the joy that we have winning a game. I think that's going to be one of Kalani's messages too. So we learned a lot this game. It was great. Coaching staff did, players did. Offense, defense, all 3 phases of the ball. So I think it was a great game for us going into these tougher games coming up.
Parker said Bear owned the turnovers. What did you see from him demeanor-wise after those miscues?
For Bear?
Yeah, for his interception.
Yeah, Bear's just a level-headed dude that's going to keep playing. I think that's what BYU football is like I said, adversity comes, and you're going to make mistakes. And as a quarterback, and when we're throwing the ball this much, it's going to happen. So I think he did a great job bouncing back. We had some great drives after these costly turnovers, and we were able to keep the score, separated. We were able to pull away, and that just shows Bear's composure and how awesome he's been for our team.
It seemed like the rain was coming down at times pretty heavily during the game. Did you guys do anything to combat that you would do differently from a normal game where
It wasn't too bad. I think it just sprinkled a little bit. I think cleat-wise, we had to wear our studs and get a little more thickness in the cleats and stay up so we not slip as much. But that was the only change that we made, and we were still throwing the ball, still doing our thing. And I think maybe ball security, we need to be a little more emphasis on that when it's a little more wet and the ball might slip out. So that's what we're going to work on going forward.
Second straight year this program goes starts 5-0.
Yeah.
Just what do you attribute this success for this program? We lost 2 games since last year.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's our culture that Kalani set, and it's just taking time to really establish it and get the right guys on board, and to establish, what we stand for at BYU. And you come into our locker room, into our meetings, and that's what we're all about: is the culture, love and learn, and being resilient in every situation that we're in. And you've seen that on the field, and that's what we're going to be going forward.
What does this weekend look like? Extra day, but
Yeah.
look like for you personally and just the team?
Yeah, I think being able to rest up, hopefully get those guys healed that were beat up, get some key players go down, and being able to go recover. Me and all the receivers are going in the light bed early in the morning and getting back in there, getting our sleep and getting recovered so we can get back Monday and get healthy and watch some conference and be able to get the spiritually fed as well, and then go get back after it Monday.
Anything else?
Do you want a general conference in person again?
I'm going to go, yeah. I'm going to go afternoon sessions, Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon. So excited.
All right, thank you.